So when you said like things are going to start like really rolling and kind of the action's going to start ramping up here, is that like literally to the end of the campaign? Like just
At, at,
totally?
at some point, it's possible, yeah, that there will be like a. It's hard to say without giving too much away, but
Sure.
there will be a point of like no return where like you may have to go figure something out for a bit, or a task that uh, you know uh, takes a little longer than expected. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna lean on a lot of like mechanics and stuff from here forward, just because like we've had several like role play sessions. I do realize I gave you guys a level and then like a bunch of new mechanics and then like no opportunity to use them. So I will definitely up the encounters here soon. Or you guys can just it depends on you really. You can just kind of sit around and drink tea and RP the sunset on the veranda at this fucking manor or whatever you want to do.
Hey man, it's been like 3 years. We don't want it to end, so we got to drag it out a little bit. Just to confirm, are we level 18 or 17?
17, correct?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't think we
just making
leveled
sure.
up
I was
last
like, did
time.
I forget to level up or?
No, but when we did level, then I haven't really
Yeah, it's
actually
been a while
given you
since
guys
because we've
anything
been
to
fucking
chew on your new
around.
abilities with.
Wait, it's not 20?
And yeah, I'm waiting on level 18. I got something to grab that's going to be fun. At level 15 Warlock, I get another Eldritch Invocation, and I'm going to take what's called Witch Sight, which allows me to kind of like True Sight for Warlocks.
That's pretty cool.
Badass. I know bards get some ridiculous spells up in the higher up levels. It's like you
Yeah,
kind of read
I'm
them and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm really happy that I'm multi-classed, but like there's part of me that's like, man, a level 17 rogue would be kind of fucking sick.
Makes
Not
for such a
Warlock,
good story
honestly.
though. The multi-class like made Renwick though. That's like the core of him.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%. The character didn't like it. I would have been a very bland character without the warlock aspect because otherwise,
Very
like
forgettable.
once we finished my arc, yeah, I'd be super forgettable. I would just be the pirate that's out in the middle of a fucking frozen wasteland. Like I would make no sense. At least this way, I'm constantly being chased by a demon and controlled by some other eldritch entity. Got a little flavor mixed in there.
Isn't that
Well,
kind of what
Anthony
happened?
said start without him.
Oh, okay, I missed that. Yeah. All right, so let's roll with this recap real quick. All right, last session began as the party awoke in Blade's childhood home, the Great Arnault Manor. After a very passive aggressive breakfast with Blade's mother Helena, the party departs the manor in search of Blade's father, Roderick. Making their way to the magistrate courts of the city of Port Noble, they are granted audience. Blade and Roderick exchange some tense dialogue. Blade concerned with his childhood friend Vendrier being wrongfully convicted of murder, and Roderick concerned with the fate of his family legacy as well as the future governance of Tierna. An accord was reached. Roderick agrees to free Venrir if Blade and company can find proof that he did not murder Roderick's longtime maid and servant, as well as Blade's nanny, Ruth. However, after a bit of more dialogue, Blade pays some fines at the magistrate, the and then he leads the party back to the Arnold estate, to the back grounds, back to his family tomb. where not only the Arnault family is laid to rest, but also many family friends, pets, and superior staff as well. After a short series of traps and riddles designed to stop looters from taking family treasures and secrets, the party finds themselves deep in the family crypt at the final resting place of Ruth herself as they open her tomb and Locris casts a Speak with Dead spell. That is where we are now. It's kind of dark, gloomy tunnel with various, they're almost like shelves or drawers rather, but they are essentially handles with plaques that you could pull, and you pull a drawer of a dead body out essentially, and there are hundreds of them in this tunnel, and you guys happen to find the one that has Ruth, this recently interned member of the family. And aside from the spell kind of jostling her skull and facial features and throat like awake, she takes a deep breath for the first time in months and spits out a bunch of dust. But essentially, tell me how you guys want to proceed as this Ruth corpse reanimates briefly.
Play, do you want me to see if she's single?
Dear God, if she'd had a lover, would have been a strong individual.
All right. So, what we need to figure out what type of questions we want to ask. I mean, we already got to the point where your friend admitted to knocking her down. Like, ask her if she died at that moment or was she dead later.
Like, would it be asking if she, like, Fenrir intentionally killed her?
Well, your dad wants proof that he didn't murder her, but you
Uh,
said he told you that he knocked her down and she died.
hmm,
So I can ask if she died at that moment, or do we suspect that maybe she wasn't dead then and was later killed?
yeah, I think that's the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look at the corpse and I ask, how did you die?
The corpse, in like a raspy old lady kind of breath, she calls back to you. Snapped my neck at the bottom of a staircase.
Okay, yeah, he did it.
Rap.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
are you sure he did it? I mean, she said she cracked her neck at the bottom of a staircase. It doesn't necessarily imply that he was the one that caused it.
true.
Well, that's a very good point.
If I'm not
Maybe
mistaken,
there was
didn't they
someone
try to
else.
insinuate that he had stabbed her on the way down? If she says her neck broke, then he didn't kill her.
It's true. How did you end up at the bottom of the stairs, getting your neck broken?
She kind of crackles back to you. A halfling. A halfling burglar.
Well, shit.
Now,
What
hang
was your
on. It
buddy's
doesn't
name?
necessarily imply that he pushed her. He said that she came after him and there was a scuffle. So perhaps in her attempt to, I suppose,
Like
wrangle him,
capture him.
he might have been there. He might have been the reason she was at the top of the stairs and ended up at the bottom, but he might not have been the one that actually caused it. It doesn't mean he pushed her.
Yeah, Fenrir would never cause harm to my family. Sure, he might steal, but never harm.
Maybe there was another halfling there? No, Fenrir would have told us about that.
Oh, it must have been Grenrir.
I think that
Oh,
she's
that
just
little
speaking
bitch.
literally, and that he might have been there, he might have been on scene, he might have been the reason that she had charged the top of the stairs, but for all we know, she could have tripped and fell down trying to get to him. She didn't explicitly say that he killed her.
Can you please describe to us in detail what occurred that night?
I was cleaning the hallways. As I was returning to my chambers, I noticed a burglar. I attempted to apprehend said burglar. However, he was much more nimble than I anticipated, and the two of us tumbled down a flight of stairs, ultimately ending to my doom.
Renwick just claps his hands and he goes, "That right there, that's proof. He didn't kill her. She killed herself trying to stop a burglar. But at the end of the day, he wasn't the one that actually killed her. He didn't lay a cross hand on her."
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
how
just
do we
little
prove it?
clumsy.
Right?
Renwick looks at Locris and he goes, "How long until you can cast this spell again? Specifically
In
on her."
general, oh, on her, I think it's a week. I cannot
And how many more
pull it
questions do
back
you
up.
have?
2?
Well, you could potentially say, did, was Venrir the one who specifically killed you with intent? And if she answers no, then we take the last question, we take our body, we drag it to his father, we set her down in the chair across from his desk and let her tell him himself.
Let me ask you a question, Blade. How much is your dad going to give a shit that your friend did not intentionally kill her, but by being there caused an incident to where she died?
I mean, probably in most cases, wouldn't give a shit. That's like father, but I think we've got a little swing in that if he wants me to take that throne, then maybe let this one slide.
So quick, yeah, it's 10 days, and the spell only lasts for 10 minutes. So even at the end of 10 minutes, she's going away.
Well, there goes my plan, boys. Better make those last two questions count.
I can ask her if it was friendlier just to get the specifics. But I think the problem's going to be getting your dad to agree that an inadvertent accident is not a cause for murder. And at this point, I don't know if he's going to be accepting of that or say, well, tough shit, and we just make you king anyway.
Hmm. So
Well, the best we
she
can do
said,
is attempt to provide evidence, or at least hearsay from the horse's mouth. So perhaps one of those last questions is, Ruth, did you accidentally fall down the stairs while attempting to apprehend a burglar, or did they push you?
All right, get the video camera ready.
What the hell's a
Renwick
video
just
camera?
removes his eye patch, and you see he blinks, and it's the Kraken eye. I've got a witness.
Would you agree that your death was a result of you attempting to apprehend a burglar and in doing so accidentally spilled down the stairs, resulting in your death versus outright murder?
Yes, it is certainly the halfling's fault that I have been slain in this way, but he did not murder me.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. I knew it.
Right. Let me just confirm it was Fenrir and not some other random halfling.
But how can we get evidence?
Yeah, that's a question. You can
Somebody's got
ask
a bunch
her
of
if
background noise going on with the TV. Just a heads up.
The
you can
thing
ask her
is,
if there was any witnesses. Like, was anyone else around in the house that could have seen what happened?
Guy, with as many people as
May-
your folks seem to have on staff, good chance there was at least one other person somewhere nearby, yeah?
At
Or
least
does your
mother,
dad
I
have
mean,
some
she
sort
had
of
to have seen him.
magical security system? We've seen some weird shit. Perhaps he's got some sort of magical eyes.
I mean, maybe mother found them.
Yes, but would she have been sober enough to know what was going on?
Definitely not. No, no.
All right,
So
so ask
perhaps
if there was any other witness to the event.
Yeah, I think that's probably the
Or
best
like,
use
yeah,
for the last question.
or any proof, that he didn't do it. I don't know. Yeah, probably if anyone else saw.
Are there any other witnesses to what occurred that night?
none that I know of. And she kind of collapses back into her uh, coffin.
Well, there you go. We know your friend is an idiot, but not a murderer. And you have a dad who probably won't give two shits.
Hmm.
So I would say best we could do is go back to him with this information, have him delay any trial. They'll proceed with the plan that he has set forth for his darling baby boy.
Hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
also important to remember that it's not like you're dependent on your father anymore. I mean, you're a goddamn adventurer with quite a bit of cash. So you can fuck right off if you feel like it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. So the cards are sort of in your hand at this point. Your dad doesn't have much of a dominion over you these days.
Counterpoint, being king usually means all the land belongs to the crown. You could take his house from him and put him out as a beggar if you so chose.
Hmm. Or the crown is power. Yeah. I mean, I could just approach father and just tell him that, what we learned here, but if he's a little apprehensive to it, then we can just say, well, here's the alternative. And like we just discussed, maybe things start disappearing from him. Perhaps a mana.
And once the crown's on your head, I'm not sure how it works here, but we all know the Silver Queen pretty much ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah, that's very true.
and you
Yes, good
have
shape.
allies across the mountain range and the keep that Gladiator got for us.
Ooh,
Aye, and we've got a pirate with the child army on an island somewhere that's rather fond of us. Renwick thinks back fondly to Ariel.
yeah.
Plus, plus you'd have resources to all sorts of other stuff that we can use for information on how to defeat a fucking demon and how to find that last crystal somewhere in the gods' realms that we cannot go.
Right.
I mean, hey, that's a bright side. You don't like being king. If we don't solve anything, it ain't going to last for very long.
No, it might be a pretty short rule, that's for sure.
Well, we came an awful long way not to win this tournament, and we're burning daylight, boys, so let's go speak to Blade's father, see if we can't talk some reason into him, and then let's go win this fucking tournament.
I mean, that sounds like as good a plan as any.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah. You guys make your way back down into the city of Port Noble proper. You make your way over to kind of like the business, Richie Rich type of a district, up to the magistrate courts. You know, you flag down this clerk. Wait for a moment for her to walk down the hallway and notify Mr. Roderick of your arrival. And yeah, so you guys are eventually escorted by this page all the way down these various aisles and things of the various courtrooms. And there's tons of like filing cabinets and clerks and sages going about day to day business here. And yeah, you make your way into the offices of Mr. Arnault. And he's just kind of, as you saw him before, he's sitting at this large golden desk. He has mountains of paperwork around him. He's got a couple of abacuses that he's currently using as he scratches his quill over some parchment. He doesn't even really look up as you guys are announced and enter. He just says, kind of turns his head slightly. And so, what do I owe the pleasure?
Blade's gonna just kind of like storm in, uh, just be like, he did not kill Ruth. Venria is innocent.
And how do you know this?
Oh, we heard it from the horse's mouth. You see, we've got some abilities here to talk with ones that it might have passed, and seems old Ruth is might have taken a little tumble on her own self.
His eyes narrow as he kind of goes to incite you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check there, Blade.
When he focuses on Blade, I would like to send my mage hand over to some of the abacuses and just try to slide some of the numbers around.
Oh yeah, for sure. Give me a sleight of hand.
34.
26.
Oh damn, very nice. All right, let me get my rules on over here. So he kind of narrows his eyes at you as he kind of looks you up and down as you tell him this. He says, and you wouldn't have a reason to lie to me, would you, Blaine?
Why would I lie to you? I mean, Venria is a friend of mine, and as much as I love him, if he intentionally tried to kill Ruth, as much as I hated and despised and loathed her, I would want justice to be served. That is something a ruler would do, right?
His eyes kind of narrow, but he does eventually kind of nod. I suppose I'll not I'll not challenge your witness. If you say you have found proof, then he kind of spins, back into his chair, back to his work, fishes through a pile of parchments, stamps something, and hollers at one of the sages, "Hey, come here! I need this certain. Look this up. A hedge hopper. I need all of the paperwork. Bring it." And so a sage takes off, scatters, goes across the room, scampers up a ladder up to some certain filing cabinet, pulls out some parchments, and delivers them back to him. And he thumbs through it, puts a couple signatures on them, and slides the paperwork across his desk to you. He says, "All you need is a signature here from you."
Can I like just kind of glance at the paperwork to make sure it's nothing too fishy? Or like I don't know if father's trying to pull something. I imagine he wouldn't, but just kind of like a quick, maybe like just an insight check to kind of see if he's trying to do something fishy.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you. You can either do an investigation check on the paperwork or an insight check on your Faja. Which one would you prefer?
Let's go. I'm gonna go insight on the Faja.
Okay, yeah.
I love this man. Yeah, let's go. Just be like, looks good to me.
As you kind of look at him from across his desk, it's made. The desk and his chair are made in a way to where when you're on this side of it, you're like it's almost like angled in a way to make him look and feel big, and you quite the opposite. You feel kind of seen and small, and you can't help but kind of just notice this weird effect that it's kind of intimidating being close to your father while he's at his desk.
And as I do sign it, I will sign with the silver string name.
He takes the paperwork and snorts. Says, "All right, well, I suppose a famous alias will have to do." He takes the paperwork, gives it to somebody else, says, stamps it, hands it like a copy back to you. Says, "You can fetch your friend at any time. He's on probation. He's free for now. Any screw ups in the next year, maybe two, and you're gonna be on the hook as well. So keep his nose clean."
Even as a king?
Well, I don't know. Are you going to step into your family legacy and man up and actually take some responsibility, or are you going to run about and do more gallivanting and whoring?
Well, maybe I'll do a little bit of that too, but I think the others here that need to man up as well. Blade will start heading out.
Yeah. As you leave, he kind of he watches you go and then snorts and sits back down and gets back to work and is immediately frustrated that he has lost count on his paperwork and his abacuses are no longer in order. He flustered, throws a stack of paperwork aside and pours himself a shot of brandy from like a crystal decanter.
When he goes to pour the brandy, can I cast Prestidigitation on our way out and just make it? Hmm. What should he taste? I don't know. I'll let you choose, Sean, but something gross. Renwick just lets his imagination run wild. since I can use that to flavor his brandy.
He goes to take a shot of what he thinks is brandy, but it tastes very, very much like fermented goat piss.
Perfect.
That's the stuff.
Spits it out and takes a double take at the bottle as you guys leave.
Renwick just winks at Blade, but with his weird wonky eye.
Blade will kind of just like pat him on the back, just kind of a thanks. And he'll kind of lean down and be like, wait, did you leave that fairy wine with my mother?
Oh, I took it back when she started being a bit of a cow. Figured she didn't need any more.
No, I could only imagine what she'd
No,
get
I've got
into.
plenty. Why would you like a drink? And he just starts like rifling through the bag of holding, and you hear a bunch of bottles clinking.
No,
We still have a
that's fine.
shitload.
Maybe another time.
The clerk escorting you is like absolutely no. This is not a drinking zone. You guys need to go to the tavern for that. This way, come on, follow me. And she kind of like escorts you guys.
You guys have
back
an
to the
open
lobby.
container law.
Just here.
What
Just-
sort of fucking hell? Just Renwick just continues on his way.
Popping off.
She says something racist about dwarves.
About dwarves? What the fuck, man?
Not
That's like
halflings.
doubly racist.
So, as you guys kind of make your way out into Port Noble once again, one thing you guys notice right away is the atmosphere has changed from like this hustle and bustle city that was kind of, in this very celebratory mood to an outright like party central. It looks like Darius and his wagons have arrived. Dozens and dozens of wagons that are carrying like heavy equipment for like stages and things, and like dozens and dozens of oxen are all pulling this caravan. And as they arrive in the city, it just kind of explodes with a celebration. Banners start coming out, the flags are being flown, there's confetti, people are throwing, not only confetti but rice, but like little trinkets and toys out in the streets. Various shops kind of open up that are unique to like the tournament. It would appear that people have begun arriving to set up the next stage of the tournament, and it's the signal for the beginning of the celebration. So taverns are full. You see people, just crowds and throngs of people. All the inns seem to be full. Like it goes from just the normal hustle and bustle of city life to like it feels packed. Like this city is now slowly becoming elbow to elbow as it fills with various tournament goers and participants, etc. So, as you guys kind of find yourselves outside, a light, what appears to be parade, happening a block or two away. You see white horses and city guards escorting caravans into the city, and yeah, they're tossing candies and confetti, and people are having a good time lining both sides of the street. So as this kind of little parade kind of goes on, how do you guys proceed?
Well, I think it's about time that we go free your buddy. I mean, we've got the paperwork, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I should probably tell Darius. I mean, he'll be ecstatic.
Well, we can bring him with us if you want. He can be there for it, and then we can finally open one of these bottles. Them stuffed shirts up there. They're drinking laws.
I know it's a little sad.
I mean,
No,
it's
that
a time
sounds
of
good.
celebration. You'd think at the very least they'd have a bit of a, I don't know, a leniency.
Right. What about couples that get married at city hall or something? Don't they have celebratory beverages? I'm sure they do. Must be allowed. Oh well.
Would in the chaos of like everybody arriving, would we know how to find Darius pretty easily, or are we gonna waste a bunch of time trying to find him and we should just go get Venrir?
Darius is very loud and he's not hard to find. You'll easily spot him leading this caravan into the city. Like they just got to town, they haven't quite got settled or set up yet, but he's like leading a caravan that essentially turns into a little bit of a parade as a bunch of tournament goers and various like nobles and investors also arrive.
Random just looks at Blade and goes, "Oh, would you look at that? There he is. That was super convenient. Let's grab him and well, let's go get your friend."
Sounds perfect. Yeah, Blade will start kind of rushing up to Darius.
I mean, you catch him kind of driving a wagon. He's cracking a whip at some oxen and yelling at some people up front. Hey, come on now! I've got places to be. Move your ass! And he cracks the whip as you kind of run up on him. Oh, Blade, how are you?
Much better now, Darius. How are you?
I'll be all right. I need a bit of sleep.
Long journey for you.
Yeah, Egypt. A lot of them. As he looks back and kind of gestures to a bunch of his workers.
Darius, you won't believe this, but my father has allowed Venru to be freed.
His eyes go kind of really wide, and he grabs you by both shoulders, like, you really? You mean it?
Oh, I wouldn't lie about such things. We're about ready to go and see him now. I don't know if, obviously you're driving this, but maybe you could find someone else to drive. We were thinking about going and getting him ourselves. I show him the paperwork.
He quickly glances at the paperwork and then hands it back to you. He stands up on the wagon and points to somebody who's like just inside this covered wagon that he's hauling, and he says, "You, if you crash my cart, I'll beat you within an inch of your life." And then he jumps out of the wagon and next to you as some teenager kind of struggles to get from the back of the wagon to the front, grasping at the right reins, trying to maintain course. But yeah, Darius jumps out of the wagon and begins to follow you.
Um, and I guess, yeah, I'll probably start making my way to the if the rest of the group is with us, probably to the uh, the jail or I guess the prison.
Yeah, so you make your. It's not too far away, a couple of blocks down the road, through all of the various newcomers and revelry. You make your way to the guard barracks slash dungeon type of building, and it's well guarded, but the guards seem to be being festive as well. Large purple and gold bands like and bows kind of dangle from their weapons and armor. And yeah, as you make your way in and present the clerk with the paperwork, once again she says you can pick him up, but you have to leave all of your weapons and gear at the door. And so she waits for you to de-armor and set aside your various like crossbow and swords or whatever if you got them, all of your adventuring gear. And then she leads you and who do you want to take with you? A member of your party, or are you taking Darius?
Um, Definitely. Darius. um, I might look at the group and be like, I don't know if you guys are interested in coming with me, or if you want to stay outside. I'm sure we can be quick about it. We're not going to hang around the jail cell. But I
Well,
also hate splitting the group.
I mean, this feels like a good moment for you and your old friends to reunite. Maybe we can just hold down the fort here, wait for you to get back. Can't be too long, right?
No, no, maybe yeah, maybe Renwick. Would you come with me?
I'd be happy to be there. Yeah.
Just in case something goes fishy, but I assume it won't. Oh, we gotta pop him out of there.
Okay, so you and Renwick and Darius, or just you and
There's
Renwick?
just the three of us.
Okay. So as you guys kind of leave most of your gear check most of your gear at the door, once again this kind of gnomish lady walks you down several corridors that lead down several flights of stairs to the third level where they carry. This is where they keep their more hardened and serious offenders, and she walks you down a hallway to Van Rier's cell, and she unlocks it, opens it, and stands aside. Van Rier kind of laying on his bunk, just seeming to come to consciousness. He looks confused, but he sees you and says, "Ah, Blade."
Venrir, we're trying to get you out of this place.
He rushes across the cell and just like leaps into your arms, strangely agile and strong. He just kind of like pins your arms to your side as he like embraces you, and rather hard. As he kind of slides down you a little bit, he sees you're accompanied by Renwick and Darius, and it's like a visceral kind of reaction. Like he freezes when he sees Darius, and it's like kind of weirdly tense for a moment. But he too runs to Darius and then jumps in his arms and squeezes him, and and Darius returns the embrace, and he kind of looks teary-eyed. He's begins to kind of sob as he's like, "Oh, little buddy, I thought I lost you forever. I wasn't gonna see you again till I was an old dwarf. I I couldn't let him do you like that."
No, and we had an old little chat with Ruth and Venrir. Although you're trying to take some stuff from our household, I mean, you didn't cause Ruth's death, and we weren't going to let you rot in here for that.
I, I don't even know where to begin, Blade. I could never repay you for the kindness you've shown me here. You didn't have to do any of that. You could have just let me hang. Thank you. I don't know how or when or if I will ever be able to, but if I can pay you back, I will.
It all evens out in the end. But I'm just happy to see you out of here, Venrir. Seems like there's a lot of celebration going up above. Shall we go, join, partake? We got a tournament to win.
Venrir nods. Oh yeah, it's been months. And the guard leads you and your party back out, down or up several flights of stairs through these various corridors. And she returns you to a room where your gear is stashed, and even returns a box of gear to Venrir. He ends up donning a set of kind of nice studded leather armor. He's got a couple of instruments hanging off his belt, a small flute and a small harp. and he's a decent cloak to kind of cover his identity. He pulls his hood up and is kind of shadowy. But
You still play those things, Fenrir? And I'm kind of looking at his harp there.
yeah, but it's been a while. He kind of gives you a 1,000 yard stare. What of the rusty beaver? Is it still stands?
It stands, but just kind of a shell of what it once was.
And what of Mr. Joe?
The barkeep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's there, but it's a little vacant.
Well, maybe we should go spice up the place. It's a bar to our all to ourselves. I mean, why not?
No, this is a man I can enjoy getting to know. Not to mention, if that bartender's a friend of yours and it's looking a little vacant these days, we happen to usually have quite the following around us, so why don't we do him a favor and pack the fucking place?
Maybe we could bring him a little bit of business. And I'm sorry, Venra. This is my friend Red. I can't even say his fucking name. Renwick Turner.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad you didn't introduce me when I walked you down to his cell, but I understand it was a bit of a heartfelt moment, so I figured I'd take a back seat there.
There was a lot going on.
I mean, I was locked in there for a little while, and like time's different, I guess, and your mind is a little. When you're in a box, it's just not the same. But didn't you? We already met. I mean, I'm pretty sure he points to Renwick. You threatened me a couple of times the last time we met.
Oh, oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. To be fair, I've threatened a lot of people on Blade's behalf, so it all kind of blends together at a certain point.
He means the best, Fenrir.
I really do. And
Understandable.
hey, you're not a murderer, so as far as we're concerned, threat revoked for now.
He tosses you a thumbs up. Like, all right, let's go. And Darius seems like he wants to follow suit. Darius and Venrir are like thick as thieves. Like they throw their arms around each other as they walk, and they're fucking just nonstop chatterboxes, just telling each other everything, spilling all of the tea that both of them know about everything as they kind of chat their way off in the direction of the Rusty Beaver.
Yeah, and I guess we'll just kind of make our way out. We'll rejoin up with the team there, do the introduction. Um, yeah,
You have to introduce them, and Mr. Joe seems excited to get everybody back, and he, being an older man, he starts, he's tending bar, but he's not quite as young as he used to be, but he's still serving up, stiff ales and a couple rounds of spirits. But yeah, as you guys kind of enter the bar, it looks abandoned from the outside, and from the inside, it looks like it's been cleaned up a little bit. It's been maintained a lot better than it was the last time you guys were here. Counters have been dusted and floors been swept, etc. Looks like several bottles and kegs have also showed up somehow, and yeah, this old man just kind of looks to you guys as you enter. Yeah, what can I get for you?
well, this is kind of a special occasion here, Joe. I mean, it's been a while since all of us have been together. What do you have? Some special.
Who?
What'd you say?
Who are you talking about, boy?
I mean, us, you, me, Venria, Darius. You remember, right?
Was he this old when we left him last time?
Mm,
Give me an insight check there, Gladier.
yeah.
I think he made a deal with the devil to get young again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
fuck.
I remember. I don't think
Must not have been a very
he.
good deal.
That's a shitty deal.
Insight. Oh, that's actually not bad for insight. 18.
Gladier, you do notice that this guy was old when he got out of bed only a few days ago, but he looks to have aged years in only the couple of days you have known him.
Yeah, Blade. I mean, I don't know him as well as you do, but I'm pretty sure I remember him not being this fucking old when we left.
No, you're right.
I mean, I think it's worth pointing out that we saw him make a deal with the anti-paladin, who just happens to, I'm pretty sure, have tried to let or like purchase me from Blade. It's a real fucked up situation, so I can't say I'm terribly surprised. I'm sorry about your now dementia-ridden friend, though. That is rather unfortunate. Though I'm not sure
Yeah,
there's much we can do about it.
it just doesn't seem like it was a very good deal, I guess.
Renwick,
No.
Renwick, as you're kind of standing around in this bar, your eye patch suddenly begins to burn. Your eye becomes irritated. Tears kind of seem to be flowing down your cheek. It looks to be like swelling around your eye patch. It is definitely agitated.
I think akin to like Harry Potter in those moments where the scar like starts to burn. He just is like, oh fuck, and he like rips the eye patch off, and he's like, what the fuck do you want? And he like looks around, like trying to like pan his head to see if he can like get the eye to focus on something, so it takes its focus off of him.
And it does. It focuses on a gold coin underneath one of the tables in the back of this tavern. A gold coin that whispers to you, anything you want.
Oh fucking fine, I'm going. And he just like staggers his way over. He probably like kind of like trips a little bit into a table and like balances himself on the edge of it and then goes to pick up the coin.
It whispers sweet nothings to you. Sweet nothings about power and wealth and women, men, whatever you desire.
I just want my fucking eye to stop burning. God damn it. But he takes the coin and he palms it, and like almost like he's holding it out to like show the eye. He's like, "There, I've got the fucking coin. What do you want from me?"
You definitely feel like the gaze of this kraken kind of through you is hyper focused on the item in your hand, and once you have like shown it and rotated it enough and flipped it through your fingers, and this it has seen a sufficient investigation, the eye becomes much less irritated and under your own power. But you get more than a strong sense that your patron is very, very much so interested in that item for whatever reason.
And yeah, he I think he's like scared to put it away almost. So he'll just kind of palm it and like wrap his fingers around it in his hand and kind of like roll his fingers over it, just like constantly like feeling the coin as he slowly like slips the eye patch back over the eye and just turns around and says, "Well, this is awkward." As he looks back at this like all of his friends in this silent bar after he just had this like weird internal fight.
Yeah,
Even
imagine
Joe's
the
like, "What
rest.
the fuck is that guy doing over there?"
Yeah, I imagine the rest of us are just kind of standing there awkwardly staring at you like,
Well, I told you that my patron's manifesting in a different way these days. For what it's worth, that's a new experience for me as well. He he wanted this coin for some reason, and it the intensity with which he wanted the coin was rather surprising. But I do vaguely remember finding out that this coin does something, and I'm gonna pour back through my notes real quick. There's about 300 pages, so it might take me a minute to find that.
I think it means that you're the demon's little bitch.
Exactly.
Like you remember in This Is the End when Channing Tatum is in like the gimp suit and the leash? That would be you with the demon.
Well, what I think is more appropriate is it'd be me with the Kraken, if anything. I'm fairly certain the Kraken's the one thing that's protected me from the demon, but either way, I don't want to be tanning Yum Tate Yum. Uh,
I
and
think it was
he
Channing
just he
Taint
can
Yums.
Taint Yum.
Tater yums.
Nah, I mean, Taint Gum
God,
was
I need
kind
to
of fitting.
rewatch
That was
that
good.
movie now. Thank you for bringing that back up. That's a good
You're
one.
welcome.
I'll come
There's the
wherever I
diff.
want.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna come back through my notes real quick and see if I can figure out exactly what that coin was about because I am drawing a blank. I'll be back. And Brentwood just like looks back at the group and he goes, "Well, carry on. We've seen weirder shit." And
Didn't
he
the
just,
coin let you reach out to that demon and sell your soul?
I think it was how Blade. I think the anti paladin was attempting to purchase me from Blade for the coin. I thought I'm attempting to find it now, but
No, I think he gave. I think he gave you or Blade the coin. I think Chris is right, or it's something along the lines of what Chris said. Like it was like a way to get in contact so we could sell you or trade you for
Can we
whatever we
roll a
want.
history check to see if we remember?
Ah, yes, this is
yeah,
D and
Absolutely.
D. We can roll
This won't
I
be
things.
have
hard.
like
This just happened a session ago. Let's call it a DC 10 history check.
yeah, I was like, I'm in that general area of the notes, but there's so many
I
notes.
didn't I didn't want to
16.
I didn't want to steal your thunder if you had something crazy going on. So, what'd you say? 15?
16.
Okay, perfect. So you would recall that the coin's purpose is, in fact, specifically for Renwick. The coin, he's basically giving Renwick a wish spell for the cost of his soul. So it is a way to contact him. However, essentially he's willing to grant any wish of Renwick's for his soul. But the Renwick's Kraken patron had revealed that as the demon is able to use the coin to kind of spy on Renwick and tempt him, that it works in reverse and actually could lead you to said demon.
Ah, well, that's rather convenient. um,
You get a sense that from what you can tell, Renwick, you've had several visions of the Kraken just straight up obliterating this demon. Like he's done it multiple times. The demon keeps coming back. You're getting the
yeah,
vibe. You're getting the vibes of he's kind of over being attacked by this demon, and he doesn't want to be on the defensive. So instead of the demon coming to the great abyss to attack him, he's kind of giving you the vibe of like, hey, handle this.
Mm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think Renwick's been kind of like comfortable with the fact that he keeps seeing these visions of like the Kraken killing the demon, and he like there's like a solace he takes in that because he knows that like his patron is stronger. But like this is the realization or like the time when he realizes that like, oh shit, like I'm this Kraken's champion. Like this is him telling me that like it's my turn to go fight. And like it just I think that like crushing weight comes down on his shoulders and he just kind of as he's like fumbling that coin in his hand, he just kind of like sits down in one of the like tables nearby and just reaches in and pulls out one of the like Fey whiskeys and just starts sipping on it and staring at the coin kind of silently while the group's doing their thing.
The old man bartender kind of sees you sitting there, and he makes his way over with an ale and a shot, sets it on the table. There you go. Makes his way back to behind the bar.
Renwick just fills the rest of the glass with the Fey whiskey and continues to drink and stare at the coin.
Blade leans over to Renwick and it's just like, well, if it's makes you feel any better, I next level I get wish so you don't have to sell your soul.
That does make me feel a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. Um, you know, it's usually just a bit of a phrase when somebody says that they've gone to hell and back for something. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling rather conflicted about even having to ask if any of you would be willing to accompany me on something like that. He's just like he doesn't even break eye contact with the coin as he's talking to you. Like he's just locked in.
Well, we've made it this far, If it's going to take saving this world, we'll do it. We've got your back.
Well, for what it's
We'll
worth,
take that shot.
I don't know much or what much use being a king's gonna be if this Naeligal manages to get a foothold in this world. So perhaps it's in your best interest to become a king and then become a conqueror. Imagine that. First a bard, then a king, then a slayer. You'd be the most popular person in the Nine Realms, I think.
Yeah, I already think I am, personally.
I mean, you're certainly getting there, at least in this one. And the camera pans, and there's just a Blade Silver String poster behind Renwick on the wall.
Hell yeah. Well,
Well,
maybe
you best be getting to livening up the place. The barkeep seems like he might be circling the drain, so if you don't bring some life into this building, I'm worried about his future, quite frankly.
you're right. Yeah.
That and we've got a tournament to win, so we might as well celebrate now and get after it. It seems like the Hammer's taken it upon himself to start eliminating the competition, so we should celebrate, but we should also be very careful because he's obviously not playing by the rules.
Yeah. Blade will kind of like get up. And kind of like, I can't remember what tavern we did it at before, but we kind of were like looking outside and the a tavern and looking to see like who was passing by and see if we could kind of gather a group to get in this place to kind of liven it up.
I think
Uh,
Blader's currently already sitting at the bar with like 3 ales in front of him, just and a little stack of gold coins. Here you go. Here's another coin, and
Old Joe's just delivering beers. And he's kind of slow, so about the time you drink one, he turns around with another. He's like, "Oh shit, okay." He just takes it and fills it. He's just kind of like takes his time, but you're well supplied.
It's a nice pace.
So Blade, are you gonna try to make an attempt to get a crowd from outside into this bar, or did you say you wanted to go to another bar? And explain to me
Nah.
your plan.
I'm gonna poke my head outside and just kind of see like with the kind of the boom and maybe traffic that's coming through with Darius and his kind of bandwagon coming through to see if there's uh, just to see how many people are around and what it's going to take to maybe get like an insight to see like what it's going to take to get these people in.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
18.
There's a lot of people around here, and they all came for the festival. You see various banners and various like roadside stalls that are selling candies and little like barbecue treats and maybe drinks and etc. You see like people came to party, and there's a lot of people. It's pretty packed. You could easily shout from this vantage point to 20 or 30 people. You know what I mean? Like within earshot, it's pretty packed, pretty dense lanes. This area is just kind of run down. It doesn't have like an open sign or any sign really. It looks like it is like a run down abandoned building, and so nobody's really paying any attention.
Renwick is gonna cast if you'll allow a multiple cantrip moment here, I'll cast minor illusion and throw up a sign that says the Rusty Beaver and make the sign look nice and like bright and vibrant, and then cast prestidigitation,
Why did
and
I
have
get
like
an
sparklers
app
coming off of it.
request from you? You're going to lose your phone.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
bedtime.
I'm sorry, Dad.
God damn it, Renwick, you're gonna lose your phone.
Damn it.
But yeah, like basically like I'll just light up a sign that says like Blade Silver String at the Rusty Beaver one night only, and like sparklers flying off of it.
And kind of like as I'm seeing this all go up, I'll kind of as I'm looking outside, I'll kind of duck back in and kind of go to Darius and be like, Darius, I mean, you're leading this whole, tournament. Why don't you go out and just announce that, you know, Mr. Blade Silverstring is here as well? I mean, they're going to listen to you, if anyone. Let's have a fucking party here.
Aye, let's do it. And he grasps your shoulder, grasps Van Reer, and says, "I'll be back, and I'll bring the crowd." And he storms off out of the bar. Van Reer kind of shrugs as he gulps greedily at a large ale. He says, "So, guys, I want to thank you proper, and well, how about I spill some tea for you, huh? Like you won't believe, well, what you hear down in the dungeons. The walls echo for some time. Let me tell you, I got a little juice on your tournament." He kind of rubs his hands together as he sits at the bar. He's like, "Fellas, listen. This is gonna sound wild, but ever since you entered into that opera house way on the other side in southern Tirna, you've been being watched. Like, not just like the fancy glowy balls that watch you during the tournament and project your image for all of the crowds and the masses to see. No, 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 no. You've been being watched. There are other figures. Look, we can't tell Darius that I know about this because Darius isn't supposed to like help in any way. So you we could cost him his job, so we can't involve him. But look at this. He takes a little vial out of his pocket and he draws a circle on the ground with it, and he writes a few symbols in this like powder that he writes on the ground. He says, "Come in here, come in here, come in here," and he made a big enough circle for the lot of you. And as you guys, he kind of like gestures for you to come close, come on, come here, and you guys get into this circle, and you look outward, and we realize that what you are seeing is like some sort of like maybe ritual cast type of situation. Maybe it was like a per item basis, but he has cast see invisibility, and these orbs, these shining orbs that you're typically only buzzing around you and are around during the tournaments, like during the high action moments. They were in the Griffin Ball match. They were in the hall with the opera singer, but it would appear that several of them are they stay at a distance, but they seem to be watching you. And Van Reer kind of goes on. He says they're judging you guys not only based on what you do in the tournament, but what you've done since you entered the tournament. And that's every contestant. They're watching everything you do. Wild, huh? Van Reer kind of...
They're watching everything.
Everything.
So they saw the hammer just take out the blue hand. And they're doing jack all about it. Well, I don't really care if they've seen what I've done, but for fuck's sake, he murdered an entire team. Who's behind this? Who's watching? Who has the power to do something like this?
The king.
I assume we all immediately look at Blade. Your father's had this many eyes on us the entire time. Hasn't said a fucking word.
Not Blade or old man Arnold. The King. He kind of points in the direction of the great castle that you guys had, the King's City. He says, he's on his deathbed and he's dying, which is the whole reason for the King's tournament in the first place, for his people to select a successor. Like, it's him watching.
I didn't even know he was able to do anything the way they speak about him. It sounds like he's in some sort of damn near coma. Oh
That's what I
boy,
heard too.
he's probably not going to like me very much.
I heard that he just dictated all of this to be done one day and fell into a coma, so people just dictated it his last wishes. From what I hear, that's what the tournament's all about. The passing of a great king. You guys see from within this see invisibility circle also, there appear to be a couple of demon-sized leeches stuck to Old Man Joe. One actually both on his back.
That looks like a Gladiator situation over there.
I was gonna say, if there's somebody here that is particularly equipped to deal with that,
The one
Brennan
pounding
just takes a
drinks
step
at the
back.
bar.
What do you what's going on now?
From within this...
What?
Sorry, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. So, are those fucking leeches? Why do they look weird? I think I drank too fast. What do I need to do?
Old man Joe's just kind of wiping down a counter. He does not seem aware. He's just kind of doing his thing. But a couple of these uh, like void leeches. They look like something demonic are attached to Old Man Joe.
Well, Gladier, you need to go over there, give the old man a pat on the back, and exercise his demons.
Oh shit! Oh, all right. Yeah, I can. I'm sure I can do that. Okay. What can I do to? All right. Can I actually later get a closer look? Actually, like inspect these uh leeches closer, more than just like
Yeah.
a cursory glance.
Go ahead and give me an investigation or perception check. Your call.
Definitely investigation. Oh wait. Okay. So I have advantage on perception because of I think my shield, or with a +1, or I have a +6 to investigation. So is advantage +1 better than one roll +6?
Can I give Gladiator inspiration?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Gladiator,
in that
Gladiator,
case,
go cleanse Joe. Get him out of this terrible hole.
I'll give him a little tap on the sack and give him guidance.
you know what? But feel a little better now, a little clear-headed. Thank you both. I'm gonna do investigation then.
Okay, for sure.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 13 +6 for investigation is a 19. What's your guidance +4? D4?
Yeah, fo.
Uh, nope, that's a 1. So that's a dirty 20 plus what is your um,
D12.
D12 for Bardic Inspiration now? Damn. Oh, shit. Fell out of my hand. Doesn't count. God, that's another 1. I should have taken the fall. No, that's still 21 investigation.
Still, that's plenty. So you take a look at these little like demon leeches, and he is unknown. He does not know that they're there, but they are almost like a parasite to actual demons and devils. And it plagues them almost as much as any other, but it seems like maybe the interaction between the night and this man has left some residue behind in the form of like these leeches, and they are attached to him and draining his life energy.
Okay, and approximately how many are there?
Two.
Two. Oh, okay, only 2. Okay, okay, I can deal with that. Uh, that's a spell. There is. There is channel divinity. Turn unholy fiends and undead. If this has to be a separate roll, that is totally fine. But would I have an idea of whether this is like a fiend or undead? Would like my turn unholy work on it, or is this something different than that?
This looks like something. These are definitely like of the fiendish nature for sure.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Then he's gonna take his holy symbol in hand and place his other hand on Joe's shoulder and just kind of like chant a soft prayer under his breath and turn the unholy. So, as an action, you can censure fiends and undead. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 19. On a failure, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So, I think, what is the language of turned. Can't remember. I always get that confused with like what is turned? What is like afraid? 5e turned condition. Okie dokie.
I think these are low enough to see our creatures that you outright destroy them.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah,
Hey,
as
yeah.
you use your ability, kind of tell me how does that kind of transpire? How do you exactly rid this man of these leeches? Is it like a flash of light or a ray of a beam of some kind? Tell me.
I think it would be a little slower, like maybe like over the course of like 30 seconds, like this golden light envelops his hand on Joe's shoulder, and it just kind of like slowly spreads over his body until it like finds the leeches, and then they just like start slowly glowing the golden light, and then just kind of like burst with this like really bright, radiant light, and then just kind of like gradually the light kind of fades again until it's back into this dimly lit bar.
Hell yeah. Once rid of the leeches, he seems to take a deep breath and he can stand up straighter and he seems to have a little more pep to his step, like immediately. Like, you can't be behind the bar. You gotta get on the other side of the bar.
Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just gonna get. All right, bye. He just walks to the other side of the bar and sits back down.
All right, so just for the sake of brevity, we'll say Darius returns with not only a crowd of people, but he brings Albust, he brings Bethania and all of her working girls, and a huge crowd of folks that are all wearing Sands of Justice merch. They've got hats and ponchos and flags and banners, and you guys are just immediately. Not only is this the place to be, people are buying drinks and partying it off, but you guys seem to be like the center of attention once again. A large crowd shows up just to kind of see and be around you guys. Let's see here. With that, you guys, let's see. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to do? I know I've asked you guys that a lot in the last couple of sessions, but I'm about to railroad you guys. So if there's something you want to do in this party moment, holler or forever hold your peace.
I would just say within the town and downtime, Locris would see if there's any information he could find that he doesn't already have on either the demon in the hells or any of the heavens.
I
Which
think
I may have
Renner would
already exhausted
probably.
everything, but
Yeah, Renwick would just be assisting him with like the knowledge of having this like weird option with Naelagoth to like give up his soul for a wish and being tied to the Kraken and everything. I think he just tags along with Lokris and helps him look for any like last minute information.
Okay, Locris, give me an investigation check or an insight check with advantage.
all right. It's definitely going to be investigations. 6 plus 9, 25.
So you have collected a lot of various books over your adventures, and you don't even really have to go anywhere. You just kind of dive into the various tomes that you have collected up to this point, and they are a well of information. Is there anything in particular you would like to know about the heavens and hells?
How do you
I would
kill a
say,
demon?
yeah, for the hell, he's looking for any weaknesses for the demons. ways you may be able to manipulate them, sort of stuff.
Okay. You find that um, the Nine Hells isn't really complicated, but the only way into the Nine Hells every single time from any other plane is to the first level of the Nine Hells, for whatever reason that might be. But you do see, like, I mean, all demons are different. Some there's not like a broad category that's going to like cover any one in particular, but a lot of them do share weaknesses. Like they all seem to have like a weakness to radiant damage. Seems to be quite effective against them. And they have like immunities. A lot of the time, fire is something that demons are either resistant to or just immune to altogether. So you kind of suss out quite a bit of info about the demons, and in particular demons. I'll say with the 25 Naologoth, you find out, is on the ninth level of hell, and his task is known as the Entertainer. His task in the Nine Hells is to keep other powerful demons enthralled, and he often does so by capturing the souls of mortals and making them fight in the ninth circle of hell, kind of like pawns in a cage, or other various terrible deeds. But he's very famous for capturing more live mortals from the material plane and bringing them into the nine hells for whatever reason, torture, sacrifice, etc.
And then for the heavens, he would just be trying to see if there's some random obscure lore about how you might be able to contact a plane that you can't like physically or you can't go to, but somehow bypass, if there is such a way.
Right. I'd say with that, it's you realize that it's just a matter of perspective. It's not that you can't go to this particular, say, heaven. It's that, say, a heaven for giant man-eating lizards is probably some kind of hell for a humanoid versus giant man-eating lizards. So it's not that you can't go to this realm. It's that if you were to be struck down today, no matter what deity you prayed to, it is unlikely that you will end up in this realm ever in your existence. It's not that you can't go. It's that this particular heaven might be some other creature's hell. So
Okay, yeah, that's all he would do with downtime.
perfect. All right. So you guys spend a couple of. Go ahead, though, guys.
Logan sort of wanted to take a moment to touch his bracelet and just check in on Tardok and the baby.
Okay. Make a couple die rolls here. So you tune in using your bracelet, and you see Tardok sitting on, kind of like her chieftain's chair. It's like a throne of bone, made from various hunts and various critters of the forest. And she's sitting there, and she's like large. This chair barely contains her. She is not only very pregnant, but huge, muscles bulging. She towers over other orcs, and she sits in her like kind of like chief quarters, and she looks annoyed as several other orc women are in there, kind of gossiping. It looks like she kind of like rolls her eyes, but it's like her lieutenants. Her and her lieutenants seem to be having a meeting, and she doesn't seem to be very interested in it.
But she's still in the same place, like back where I saw her.
Yeah, she's still in your in the village of Xanathia.
All right, all right. Hold on, give me a sec. Since we're gonna be staying here for another day or so, I'm gonna go find the nearest tree and I'm gonna transport via plants back to that. I'll tell Renwick or whoever's close. Like, hey, I'm going to pop in and see Tardok. I'll probably be back tomorrow morning, if that's okay. If we don't have any plans.
I mean, as
Or
long
who?
as you can get back in the morning, we sort of have a tournament to win. But yeah, I mean, I suppose if as long as you can be back in time, I'd make it a quick one for sure, though.
No promises. We and Logos will wink and then just find the nearest tree and transport via plants back to as close to where I know Tardok's tent is, and just kind of wait for her to come back. I'll like pick up a rose and like lay in the bed with the rose in my mouth.
If Locris sees him going towards a tree, he's going to counterspell.
Like right as he's about to walk through, so he just face plants.
But Logos will just run away and do it at another tree.
So as you kind of transport back to your homeland, one thing that you pick up right away from returning home, Tardok's senses off the fucking charts. It's like it's not you are not there, but for minutes before Tardok gets a whiff of something in the air, and she immediately like crashes through her lieutenants and storms through the tent and finds you find yourself face to face with her faster than you realize, and she picks you up and embraces you. Ugh, I couldn't take the gossiping. Thank God you've returned.
Oh my sweet, I'm here to save you. And I'll just like throw her on the bed tenderly and make sweet love to my baby mama.
All right.
I won't make you flirt with me, man. I just wanted to check in on my
Oh
baby
no,
mama.
no, you guys aren't getting off that easy. It's been years. You two do this right now
So,
in great
okay,
detail.
roll for nipple clamps. No, just kidding.
Oh, they're on. You don't need a roll. They're on.
On Logos, of course.
He submits.
That's a given. I'm the twink in this relationship. Who are we
He's a
kidding?
willing target per the rules.
I got my dog collar on. I'm ready.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys crack me up every time. All right. I think we covered everybody. Blade, is there anything in particular you want to do besides party and the rest of Beaver with your friends?
Do I got a roll for
Uh,
how long I last?
can I? Can I mean, can I? I don't know how quick this is going to happen. Can I inspire him?
I'm on the other side of the realm right now.
Yes,
I would have done it before.
Unfortunately, you
Logos.
didn't catch him before he went through the tree. So I think that's
One.
just what call it a D100.
No, I think it should be 1d4 minutes.
You're setting the bar real low. I was trying to give him at
1d4
least a
minutes.
range. I would say 1D 100 minutes.
It's a Constitution saving throw. Any 10 and below, it's 4 minutes, or it's a D10, a D or 11 plus. He can roll a D20.
There's got to be a strength check in there somewhere.
Oh, Constitution saving throw, because Constitution
Oh,
is
yeah.
energy.
To be fair,
it has been a while.
Dude,
Blade,
I know it. I'm a roll of 1.
Blade, he doesn't need a strength check. He's the bottom. He just gives in.
Yeah,
Just taking
I'm
it.
getting pegged right now. After minutes, it's respectable.
2 minutes?
Tarduk smiles and rubs your back and says, "It's okay. It happens to everybody."
Uh, I was just excited to see you. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. We can go again.
Roll for it.
Never mind.
All right. So, Blade, anything in particular you want to do before while you have while you have this crowd of bar going folks around?
No, I mean, obviously I want to rage a little bit, but I think Blade will kind of, as he's got everyone here, and just be like, thank you all for coming to the coming here and seeing the tournament. This is a huge event, and I'm honored to have you all here to see the future king. And let's make this night special and have a good party, and just kind of like erupt in sound and music.
Okay, yeah, and it cracks off. Darius and Venrir do like a little duet type of situation, and they're both really talented and in sync bards, and they keep the crowd moving all night. The atmosphere is jovial. And you guys have a couple of days of pretty much this setting where you're hanging out in this bar. There's crowds of people coming around. You're getting free drinks. You're getting free food. You guys have some free rooms. You got all the company you want. People coming and going. Albus is selling merch. Bethania's doing her thing. Blade, over the next couple of days, you make 500 gold pieces. Bethania delivers you 500 gold pieces. As that kind of progresses, the stages are being built around town, these various stages for the tournament. And as it kind of cracks off, the night before the tournament finally arrives, you have one last opportunity to prepare anything you would like to prepare. But you finally come to the moment where one long rest is all that separates you from the next round of this tournament. So, are there any last minute preparations prior to diving into the next leg of the tournament that you guys need to do?
This one for sure. Oh, once he got back, spent his night with Tardok. So with this night, are we have one more day? So like, are we gonna have
I'm
another
gonna
night?
say a couple of days of like partying have gone by, or celebrating, relaxing, whatever you guys would like to call it. And yeah, now it is evening, and the following morning is tournament time. So tell me how you want to proceed.
Logus would for sure cast Heroes Feast and give everyone that little boost. So again, it's resistance to poison, immune to frighten and poison conditions, and your hit point is increased by 2d10. Go for that.
Damn, very nice.
All right, everyone gets an extra 10 HP for tomorrow. And that lasts 24 hours.
Perfect.
How much was it?
10 HP for everyone.
Nice. That's the maximum, right? Not temp.
No, your HP goes up by 10 for 24 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Any other last minute rituals? Logos goes out, and hits the grocery store, comes back with just a wild spread, and teaches old Joe how to use that, cutting board and spigot and all the other various, very limited cooking utensils. But Logos puts out one hell of a spread anyway.
Don't forget, you also have 22 temporary points from Inspiring Leader.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Locris gives a fucking inspiring speech, gets everybody all riled up for their festivities and the challenge that the tournament presents tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I think Blade is going to take some time in the morning to do kind of a little ritual casting and get Archie back up in owl form.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, duly noted. All right. So you guys do your evening rituals, and the morning of the tournament comes. Now, all of the crowds begin to gather around these various stages that are set up. And, Darius kind of directs you guys to where you guys need to be. And you notice right off the bat that there are 4 stages, and each of you kind of stands alone on your stage. Not each of you like individually, but each team. It would appear that the Sands of Justice, which is you guys, the Maltavians, which is this like humanoid lava creatures, these humanoids made of molten rock. They seem to still be in the running. There is the Black Knight and some of his squadron. A handful of these shadowy, wispy, smaller knights follow him. And on top of that, there is this a small smattering, this group of Aerokakra, these bird-like people, and they, they all have like spears and super shiny armor. They look super almost holy. So of that, there are only 4 people entering the tournament, and Darius kind of cracks off. Due to unforeseen events, a lot of them, they didn't quite make it. So the Silver Hammer, the Copper Fist, the Blue Hand, and the Colony of Wick. All disqualified outside of tournament grounds. So these be your contestants, and cheers kind of erupt. Some people boo and are bummed out. You see merch for people who are no longer participating in the crowd for sure. But as the crowd kind of swells, Darius begins to explain the rules. As he begins to explain the rules, a pair of mages dressed in purple robes all kind of ascend to each stage, and they begin casting spells. This orb, this like purple portal, slowly comes into visibility in front of you all. And Darius kind of calls out, "All right, lads, the name of the game's simple. It's a timed endeavor. So, fastest time wins. And I'll have you know what you're doing. You're going to go through these portals, and the portals are going to remain until you return, or perish. However, what you are meant to do on the other side of these portals is fetch a single gem. Just one. Any kind. Sapphire, emerald, ruby, it doesn't matter. You'll be fetching a gem from a dragon's hoard. And you'll be fetching that gem from that dragon's hoard in the realm of dragons. Aye, we are sending you to the paradise of dragons to raid their hoards. Bring back a single gem, and the first to do it the fastest takes this leg of the tournament. So, you have 30 seconds to repeat prayer. I expect each of you through the portal in 29, 28. And he just begins counting down. So, as he kind of gestures to, the crowd and the other contestants. The Arakakra, they waste no time. As he begins counting down, quickly check their gear and tighten some straps and make sure their weapons are keen, and they begin marching through the portal immediately. The Moldavians, very similar. They kind of nod. They give Darius a few, but they walk through the portal. The Black Knight stands, arms at his side, several crowds of people away from you, but staring, just watching the sands of justice to see what and when you go, what you do.
Renwick just looks over at them, looks back at the group, and he holds his hand up, and his rapier summons like through his palm and extends out, and he grasps it, and he just says, "We heard the man. Let's go," and just bolts toward the portal.
Quick, does someone have like the sending spell? Message our dragon homie. Tell him to find us in the dragon realm.
I do not.
Mm, I can send a message.
Yeah, do
Just the
that.
cantrip. Just the
You talking
cantrip,
about,
though.
Oh,
you talking
that's
about
that's
the
in
brass
range.
dragon from way back in the day? I can't
Yeah,
remember his name.
Crazy
I thought
name.
we had a. I thought we had a way to contact him.
I don't know that we do.
I don't think so. We
Must
had
be a one
Rely
semi
on
way.
them.
known for baiting on us.
We don't got that kind of time. Never mind. In we go.
Clear just lets out a deep sigh and fucking dragons, and then sprints through the portal after Renwick.
Yeah, Blade pulls
Loker's
his double neck loot and charges through.
Loker's is just going to look at Locus and say, "All right, let's go meet Gladier's family," and run through.
Lucas will say, "Fucking dragons. Why is it always fucking dragons?" And he'll side eye Gladier.
All right. So, as the lot of you make your way through this portal, it's for a moment everything is white and you're very light. You're almost sailing upwards in this realm of white, and then before you know it, the ground comes rushing up at you, and you step through this portal, and everything is immediately is wet. It is raining slightly. You step out and you hear the squish of moisture and vegetation underneath your feet. You can't quite see your feet. There's about a foot of fog stretches over the landscape for as far as you can see. It's raining, but not hard. Just kind of a steady drizzle. Clouds, roughly 50, maybe 60 feet above you guys, in like a perfectly flat sheet, kind of royal. They're all black, and dumping this rain. And in front of you guys, let's see, maybe 60 feet in front of you guys after you step out of this portal, in this wet, marshy kind of rain, you see a pile of gold coins, a dozen feet tall and spanning outwards, who knows, 20, 25 feet in circumference.
You hear that fucking dragon?
Exactly. So, as you guys kind of look at um, uh, this pile of gold, this dazzling, impressive amount of treasure, you hear just kind of rumbling across the sky. You hear two dragons speaking. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Obviously, Gladiator.
Yeah, I do.
Oh shit! Of course, ugly deer. So right off the bat, in Draconic, it kind of echoes, but you hear them call out, Zeriotal's minions approach. And another voice calls back to him in Draconic, then let us kill them before he is aware. And as you kind of hear these dragons call out, in this plain with the rain and the spongy terrain beneath you, a bit of fog, I think that's where we're going to put a bookmark in our tail, fellas.
Oh,
fuck.
let's go.
This is
Oh, they're
be
gonna
fun.
go.
I will drop.
They're gonna go straight for us
Picking the
and
feet.
leave everyone else alone. All the other teams are gonna be fine because all the dragons are gonna try and fucking kill us.
Yeah, we might lose this round.
We just have to find a gem.
Yeah.
We don't have to fight the dragons.
Don't suppose anybody has a find object spell or anything of the lot.
Right. I dropped a pick in the feed just so you guys kind of get aware. We're going to start next session by rolling some initiative.
Do you want us to roll that right now, just so we start next session in the shit?
I could take down some initiative if you guys felt like you wanted to roll it right now. I can roll out some dragon initiative.
We can
Then
Why
it'll
plan
allow
with
us to
that.
make a game plan so we don't start the session with 30 minutes of us trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea
Okay,
as well.
yeah. Let's do that. Let's roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Fucking whack. 18 for Logus.
You
Ooh,
gotta be
I
fucking
also
kidding
got
me.
an 18.
That's how you know I
Well,
rolled bad if I'm fucking going the same as Gladiator.
at least my rolls are consistent across the campaign. That was a nat 2 for a 12.
Oh. Oh.
If it had just been a nat 1, I could have fucking re-rolled it, but no.
Okay, so I got Logos at 18, Gladiator at 18, Blade at 14.
Just trying my best.
Alright, Blade
This
at
is
14,
one of the few times
Renwick
I'm
at 12.
at the top of it.
And then following up with Locris at the bottom. Okay, let me roll some initiative for a couple of dragons as well. Oh man. Well, kind of opposite.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
opposite
fair.
sides. Okay. Fancy. What are the what are the odds that 3 people would roll an 18?
Oh shit, really?
Okay, perfect. We got you all written down for some initiative, and yeah, next sesh will be where we start this whole get her done with the mechanics. You finally be able to burn some of your guys' fancy 17th level stuff.
Oh,
Forget we're level 17, but the thought of fighting 2 dragons is still very intimidating.
yeah. Oh shit, I rose
The
dead now.
important thing to remember is we're not fighting them. We just need to survive long enough to get the fuck away with the gem.
But like 5 level 17 characters technically probably could win this fight, but in my head,
Potentially.
it still seems daunting.
Oh, it's gonna be brutal because it's probably gonna take us a bit to find the gems. So, like burning your turn for an investigation or a perception check to like rifle through all this stuff to find a gem will probably waste at least a few turns for some people. And then we got to get away and do it faster than everybody else, who will also, I assume, be attacking us.
I'll just tell them they got the wrong guys.
Yeah,
Easy.
Blade's gonna take the shaggy approach and say it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Was it me?
Like, oh, how do we get here?
Yeah, alright. Got some initiative written down. I swapped out my dice for next week. It's gonna be a good time. Got a couple of dragon fights are always fun. They're interesting to say the least.
Yeah, so I didn't even realize when we leveled up, like when when you go into the character sheet in D&D Beyond, it tells you the stuff you get. Like, oh, you get a skill point increase. We're level 17 now. Um, so I didn't even realize that I got fifth level spells. Well, I get a fifth level spell slot. But I got some cool shit. I can raise dead now. I can do this is fifth level that I can do. Greater Restoration, Raise Dead, Holy Weapon, Flame Strike. I got some Destructive Wave. Never even heard of that spell, but it sounds fucking cool. So I might fuck some dragons up. I don't know. We'll see.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm excited to see you. Well, I haven't thrown you guys into combat since you guys got that last level, so let's see how that works out.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, I'm gonna head to bed. We
Yeah,
start
yeah. Sorry, I
tomorrow.
was trying to keep it to 8:30 or my
Oh
time.
no,
So
you're
yeah,
good.
it's probably what 10:30 on the coast right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
10:45.
All right.
no, this is great.
Well, keep in
It's
touch,
all good.
guys.
We need we need to get through all that. We'll start off on a pretty crazy combat next. So,
Yeah, it should be a good time. All right, keep in
Yeah,
touch, fellas. Let's do
hopefully,
this again.
for
all right,
sure.
night,
Hopefully, no
boys.
pipes burst next week. So,
Yeah. Sorry,
later,
man.
guys.
That just sucks. All right. See ya.
Yeah.
Take it
Night,
easy, guys.
y'all.
Good night.